Make sure it starts. Okay, now we're live as well, apparently, on YouTube. Or at least we're supposed to be. Let me see. Is that actually coming up on YouTube? It is. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, YouTube? If you're watching right now, just so you are aware, I have literally moved my stream to exclusively stream.place. If you would like to enter the stream, watch chat, interact with chat, and, like, get notifications whenever I live, you better join the Discord. If you don't, that's on you. Little bit of a precursor. I'd like to welcome Julian to the stream. Julian, thank you so much for being here as soon as I announced it as I have the Discord. BLITZCRANK was announced 2 weeks ago. I have been putting off watching this trailer until I could actually record my reaction. I actually already reacted to this. We're just doing a second follow-up because I know that I have a really big YouTube audience and that y'all are into this type of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and watch the gameplay trailer again. I won't pause it as much as I did the first time around, but there are a couple of things I figured out. The first of which is that BLITZCRANK is a fucking grappler. Hate it. This is a permaban champion. He has a command grab. I was not as upset about it because it looked like that was an empower grab that grabbed him from that far. That one's not empowered. Pisses me off that he has fucking Potemkin and A-Train from Skullgirls. That pisses me off a lot. Okay, the punish is a really big window when he does misgrab, which I'm thankful for. I'm very thankful for that, and I hate his fucking voice lines. I hate this character so much. That is armored. At first I thought it was just projectile honor, and then later on in the same trailer, they show Braum hitting him, but getting armored through it. I'm always happy when Yasuo gets fucked up, but I'm upset because BLITZCRANK's in the game. Both my permabans on the screen right now, bro. So watch this right here. Here comes, he charges it up. That's his empowered. That was armored. So Braum actually hit him there. Braum actually used the move, but he armored through it, so he still got to do the grab. And it does look like it's a one-hit grab, which I confirmed by watching through the one-button command grab, which I unfortunately confirmed through watching the developer interview with Caroline, so... I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Hi, Sharpie. I don't like grapplers, but I do love to see grapplers destroy a person in battle. Jesus Christ, Julian. Please. Not like this. Not like this. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, truly.
Hazardous unit contained.
Man, this is the worst.
Unit dismantled. You should change
Horrifying.
your settings to win.
Despise this, bro. Absolutely despise that. Okay, let's go into the very next video, which I was already partially through. So we have Carolyn Montoya and Alex Jaffe.
Hello everyone, my name is Caroline and I am the champion designer on
Montano,
BLITZCRANK.
sorry.
And with me, we have...
I'm Alex, I'm the lead champion designer on 2XKO.
BLITZCRANK is a champion that we knew from the beginning that we really wanted to have in our game.
We knew Blitz was going to be our first true grappler in the game.
That shit made me so mad hearing that. That shit made me so mad. We knew that we were going to put BLITZCRANK in this game. We knew we were going to have BLITZCRANK in this game. That shit made me so pissed, bro. That shit made me so mad.
They're ready for that command grab. BLITZCRANK is from Zon. They were kind of designed to clean up after all the sump and all of the waste that's all around there. So we actually named a lot of their moves after that. When thinking about designing a grappler in 2XKO, usually grapplers are really slow and BLITZCRANK doesn't quite move the fastest. You see there, takes them a little while.
Very happy
from
about
one end
that.
of the screen to the other.
Had to dash to approach.
But the place that BLITZCRANK really wants to be is up close. This is the desired position for a BLITZCRANK player to be. And we have this big beefy command grab. It's actually on a one-button input. So we hold down,
despise
and we press S2, and we get garbage.
I'm interested very heavily in what that little indicator above his meter is. It looks like it's his overdrive, if I had to guess, based off the character. I'm sure it's like this is what empowers you, this is what allows you to do like your EX moves and stuff like that.
Collection. You can see how much damage that did more than a quarter of Jinx's life. they kind of played this as to jump, and so
But if
even
you
you're
jump,
jumping, I could
he'll
also
do it in
jump
the
into
air.
grab.
Hate it.
Well,
Hate
it's
it.
kind of cheats
Despise
a little
that.
bit where
He cheats all the time.
that
At least they admit it. At least they admit that this is a cheating character. At least they admit that.
will actually bring the opponent right next to them. These rocket grabs are on BLITZCRANK's S1 specials. They have the ability to pull you in on hit or on block. So even if you block this, I'll be able to bring you into this grapple zone. And if you're continuing to block, then I would just grab you out of that spot and we're put into the same position again. You might notice that the rocket grab has this follow-up into an uppercut.
Hey,
And
this is about where I
inspired
was
by
previously,
the League of
so everything
Legends,
else I'm seeing is
QE
new.
combo. And even if you're jumping
Just so you know, BLITZCRANK's QE combo is a grab into a silence. That's the combo. So you grab them, you silence them so that they can't use any additional moves after they get grabbed. Because there's a brief amount of time after you grab someone with your Q as BLITZCRANK where they can't react, where technically you still have advantage, is what it's called. So the fact that they put this inside of the game, I'm just glad they didn't give him a silence. I'm glad they didn't give him a silence. That shit would piss me off.
in the air, I would be able to yoink you from the air. And even if I'm on the ground and you're in the air, I can restand you back into this position right in front of Blitz, right in your
I hate
face.
to see it.
With down S1,
You hate
Air
to see it.
Purifier, BLITZCRANK pulls them out of the air and kind of pulls them in right to next to their side. So you can even call your assist to continue the combo. Or you can do
Why?
this kind of guaranteed input where BLITZCRANK will switch sides and put them into a ground bounce. You might notice this bar at the bottom here with
Yeah,
a
here
little
we go.
puff. What Blitz does here is they can start spinning their arm to generate steam, and the steam kind of converts into this electricity,
It is
and
empowered,
that
yeah.
empowers their special moves in
I knew
unique
it.
ways that actually help them with their next interaction.
I knew it.
And
Okay.
BLITZCRANK holds on to the steam when tagged out. You can
Yeah.
charge a little bit, tag out, and then come back and actually finish the charge. It stops the decaying from happening as well.
That's nice.
Basically what happens...
No, it's not, Alex. That's not nice.
S1 specials. Let's take a look at the S1 rocket grab. What this does is it comes out a little bit faster, and then it blasts through, and then you get a little
So just confirming, because I saw this earlier
combo at the
when
end.
he was
This
doing it
does power
with Darius, but it does appear that it gives additional hit stun on
S1
empowered.
specials. Let's take a look
Right here,
at
watch
the
this.
S1 rocket grab. What this does is it comes out a little bit faster.
So right there on that move, it says that this is a punish, which means that Jinx tried to press a button. But look at how long she's electrocuted for. I'm pretty sure that's directly because of the empower.
Let's take a look at the S1 rocket grab. What this does is it comes out a little bit faster.
No. It's not. It's not empowered. Okay, that's just the general move of that. I see. Okay. So he had no meter or no special meter when he did that. So this is just a general
And then
hit
it blasts
stun then.
through, and then you get a little combo at the end. So the other things that you get from Steam are all of BLITZCRANK's down S2 command grabs will actually have one hit of armor.
Like that.
If you hold down S2, BLITZCRANK does a little run.
That's Zangief. You can't tell me that's not Zangief. That's literally verbatim Zangief. That's Zangief. That's not Green Hand, but that's Zangief.
While doing the command grab, and they're actually armored through the whole time that they are doing this when they have Steam. So I'm gonna just run at you, and then you can try to jab me out of it. Yeah.
I gotta do this. The classic.
Yeah.
See?
That happened to me too
Jump
many
in.
times in games. Like, I
Fucking
got
hate it,
this.
bro.
He's like, oh,
Fucking hate
don't worry,
this.
I can hit this robot. The
So
other
it's
ways
one
that
hit. So that means multi-hitting characters. Echo, Ari, Echo and Ari are very well equipped to deal with BLITZCRANK. Jinx a little bit more so, depending on range, obviously. But it looks as though if you're against a BLITZCRANK, you're probably gonna want to get someone with multi-hitting moves. Once again, this means that Braum, Darius, Alawi, even possibly Vi will struggle with this matchup. He's anti-bruiser.
BLITZCRANK can gain Steam are through some of their S2 specials. probably one of my favorite moves. It's called the Wrecking Ball, and it's their Air S2. Blitzcrank turns into a little wrecking ball,
What?
and you gain steam.
Wait, they
with
didn't
each
show
hit
that
of it,
before.
including the little flip out that they do here.
There's a lot of
okay.
combo depth in sort of picking where you're optimizing for damage or meter gain or steam gain or spending your steam to get that extra
I like
damage.
those little Game Boys they have in the
want Blitz to be,
background
like,
there.
Too brainy a character, right? It's more about knowing your opponent than it is about like knowing a million different routes that you have to use differently in every situation. So plenty of optimization you can take on if you want to.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff just works and works pretty intuitively.
Other ways to get Blitzcrank into kind of a stronger state to give you a bit more advantage for the next move is the S2 Rocket Punch. And so I can punch through the projectiles, and then I can actually cancel that into a rocket grab. So on hit, on block, I can kind of do a little 1-2 punch and pull them in. One way that we wanted to add some more of a hands feel for our grappler mains in our game was to kind of add in some extra tech. And one way that we did that is by adding in a car cancel. It's a little subtle, but what you are doing here is taking the forward S2 spinning turbine and then canceling it into the crouch S2.
Can I just say, Potemkin used to have this. Potemkin has a car cancel. Potemkin does, and I know this because my husband spent a lot of time optimizing Potemkin's car cancel into Potemkin setups. And I fucking hated it. It was one of the worst things I ever had to play against, and I hated it. And I despise the fact that they put that into this game. But for complexity and for depth, it's really important that grappler players have options. I still personally believe they don't deserve options, but whatever, y'all are developing a video game, and I guess you gotta be fair to everyone or whatever. I guess you gotta be fair.
Garbage collection. And what that does is it gives Blitzcrank a little bit of an extra boost. So if I'm over here and I'm like, oh, I just whiffed that grab.
I feel so safe.
You are so safe. But if I added in the forward S2 momentum, it adds that momentum to the grab, then I can suddenly close that distance and grab Jinx out of the corner.
Oh no.
One interesting thing here is that
dude.
even when you are doing the car canceled version of garbage collection, it actually changes the name to prompt disposal because it's faster. But it maintains the armor from the steam. So if I were to do this and like Jinx were to try to hit me during it, then I would actually keep that armor. And you might be wondering, can I continue the step into the running version of this? And you actually can't. So you're kind of opting into whether or not you want to calculate the perfect distance versus the slower version, which will guaranteed, but it takes a lot longer to get.
This character is Android 16 with Potemkin, with Geeth. This is every single grappler character that has ever existed inside of any team fighting game and any fighting game ever. This character is Bullet.
So there's like an execution test
Bullet
and
from
kind of an awareness test, understanding your space.
Exactly. The better
Blaz
you know
Blue.
your champion, the better that you'll be able to execute.
Hi Sharpie,
these.
I don't catch your lives often, but I've been following you for a minute. You deserve so much more recognition and popularity, for real. Aw, Grumpy, that's so sweet. Yeah, you know what? It truly is not about the popularity or recognition for me. It's really just about having fun. And ultimately, I'm glad that you've empathized and sympathized with my community and you've been able to follow me. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for dropping by. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. If you're unable to, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh, right now, we hate ourselves because Blitzcrank is coming into 2x KO. And so we have to deal with this. We have to deal with this.
If your opponent's kind of starting to predict that you're going to do the rocket grab and then they parry it, you can just fake them out. And then I just go into the steam charge, and now I got free steam while she was
doing nothing.
Busy posing.
And you can just backdash out of that if you want to,
yes.
right?
I can cancel out of the steam charge, and it will give me that little boost. Like it gives me about 10% each time that I go into it. And so if I just like got really good at backdash canceling, then I could just stay pretty safe, stay pretty far back, and get that full bar of steam.
You know what I will say, for the record, this is just something I've noticed personally about 2XKO. It has a lot of defensive options. It has a lot of defensive options, to be honest with you. And I'm not necessarily a fan of all the defensive options that they have in the game. I fundamentally believe that in order for a team fighting game, like inside of Skullgirls, they had defensive options too, but the offensive options were very oppressive. I don't necessarily feel that same way about 2XKO. I feel like the offensive options aren't as oppressive, but the defensive options are really, really good. That's just how I feel right now about the game. I haven't played the game. I didn't play the last beta. This will be the first beta I'm playing since the alpha. So it'll be a really interesting experience. But I'm looking at this, and even though he doesn't get that much steam, as a grappler, you don't really want to be moving away. Especially from like a Jinx, you want to be closing in on the Jinx. And the fact that you can backdash that quickly, I wonder if you get the same amount if you close in, right? If I know they're going to parry and I close in, do I still get 10%? Because that just allows me to close in for free. That's all I see inside of that explanation there, which is a little concerning to me, but we'll have to see how that works in practice.
And then capitalize on it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that's another place where we see some of the fancier combos, right? People like getting the wall bounce, doing a little bit of a steam charge in there, backdashing, and then continuing the combo. I love that
It's
stuff.
so cool. To round out BlitzCrank's kit, we've got supers as well. We have 2 supers on BlitzCrank's kit. One is kind of what we use mostly for combo enders, the S1 super helping hand. And you can hit this OTG
Just one bar.
off the ground,
Okay.
and you can also deal a ton of damage. What it does is it actually gives you a full bar of steam when you hit the opponent with it, whether they block or they get hit by it.
You can tell by the spinny arm.
You can tell by the spinny arm. Jinx
I
for
hate
blocking
this.
here. Then I get that full steam, and technically I would be punishable here, but
Incredibly
I would also
punished.
have armor for the next interaction. So S2 Super is static field. This will cause a giant electrical field around them, and because I have steam, I can also hold the S2 button to spend that extra steam. BlitzCrank is the only champion in our game so far with a command grab ultimate.
So, what's BlitzCrank's then? I mean, not BlitzCrank, but Brahms. Doesn't Brahm, or is that a hit confirm? Is Brahm a hit confirm instead of a grab? That would make more sense. That would make more sense that it's a hit confirm. Silently praying for Camille or Kiana to make it into this game, but I know Lowe's roster is pretty massive. I'm pretty certain that you can expect Samira inside of this game, to be totally and completely honest with you. I'm like 95 to 100% certain that we are going to get Samira inside of this game. I don't know how I feel about, how do I say this politely? I don't know how I feel about the concept of putting Samir inside of the game, but the fact that we got BlitzCrank just makes it, for me, so much more guaranteed that we're going to, like, get this character, if that makes sense. Like, it just, there is 0% chance that we do not get this character, if that makes sense. Like, it just, I don't see a world where we don't get it. I don't know. Like, we have to at this point, I guess. It's just, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't see a universe where we don't have that, where we don't have a character that's kind of like Dante. We need that character. And they have Echo in this game already, for sure. They already have it, blah, 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 blah. You know, but I don't know. I don't think that they have the ability to leave it without that game, I guess. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think that they have the ability to not put a character like that inside of the game. Does that make sense? Like, it just, there's no universe where I don't see that happening, I guess. But that's just me. That's just me, though. That truly is just me. Like, I think I'm alone in that regard, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Dude, I am... I'm going through it today, huh? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and... One second, I'm just getting, YouTube chat on the screen. As a reminder, everyone, I have been moving my stream and a lot of my streaming stuff over to stream.place. So if you guys have ever been like, oh, when is Sharpie's next stream? First of all, make sure you're inside the Discord. And then second of all, make sure that you guys are actively make sure that you guys are actively like on inside of my Discord with the DGen tag. Otherwise, you won't get alerts when I go live. That's just how it works, unfortunately. It's really does kind of suck, but that's just how it is. Closed beta has started to roll out, so it should be out in the next couple hours. Okay, hella bet. 1 second, you guys. I'm just checking to make sure that my chat is good. Go ahead and just grab that 1 second. 1 second, you guys. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that, huh? Yeah, okay. Okay. Unfortunately. Oh my god, you have a Discord? Yes, I have a Discord. Yes, I have a Discord. What the heck? Of course I have a Discord. Oh my goodness. Discord.sharpiepls. I put it in the bottom link of every single one of my little, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I am sick. That's the struggle right now, is that I am very sick right now. And so I'm like struggling to be sick while also being like, oh yes, I'm gonna be totally fine. Oh yes, let's react to this thing, you know? You're joining right now? Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and I got my Twitch, not Twitch chat, oh my gosh. Got my stream.place chat and my YouTube chat, both of which should be coming up now. Let me just go ahead and test it real quick. Make sure that this is coming through. Test message. Yeah, okay, cool. It is coming through. Liddy. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that covers everything here, which it looks like it is. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. It is actively covering all of that, so should be fine. All right, Liddy. Let me go ahead and start
So
this back
they
up.
are invincible on startup, and
Yup.
it will grab them. So even if they're blocking, you'll be able to go into this ultimate.
I see. I see. So then Brahms must be a hit
Because
confirmed.
it's a command grab, and because it's active on frame 0.
After the super freeze.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the way to defend against this, because you can't block it, is to jump. And so if the opponent's already in the air, then I wouldn't be able to get this. I can't grab them and get punished for it because I made that
You deserve
decision.
it. Yeah.
So you might be like, oh, BLITZCRANK is a support character.
Nope.
What's their assist like? What happens when you have them on the back line instead of on the front line?
Oh, support
So
character
BLITZCRANK
like in
has
League.
rocket
That
grab
makes sense.
as
Okay.
their assists as well. They have the kind of grounded rocket grab that pulls the opponent in, and they also have an air rocket grab that pulls them in from the air. And
Oh,
it
you
actually
hate to
causes
see
a
that.
restand, which is pretty scary.
Terrifying
So
shit.
if I were, let's say, doing an Ari combo here, and then I just kind of, I can pull them back,
Drop.
and then
Oh,
I
you
can now
hate to see that. I wonder if it uses OTG. If it does use OTG, that'd be pretty nasty. Bro, Sage is gonna break this. Sonic is gonna break this shit, bro.
continue my combo, or I can pull them back and mix them up, or even if I were to just jump over them, call a rocket grab, I now have them in a sandwich situation.
That's so dangerous. That's so
where
dangerous.
I can mix them up left and right.
Blitz
hate to
basically
see
just
it.
puts the opponent where you want them. And as a teammate,
Yeah.
that's kind of even stronger, right?
I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword though, because let's say you don't have that kind of synergy with your partner, and I'm like doing my little combo here, and then they pull them, or let's say BLITZCRANK pulls them out of an air combo while I don't want them to, then you might want to communicate ahead of time, like I'm gonna go for the grab, be ready for it. I don't want to mess up your combo, and so it's a really good teammate development tool.
I love that. Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Bonding exercise. Yeah.
Oh my
BLITZCRANK,
gosh.
as a support character, I'm wondering who BLITZCRANK pairs really well with. So Blitz, because
Just got set up in the store. Actually,
kind of
so
gain
excited
that steam.
vibes.
Other support
Thanks for
characters
that,
are actually
Grumpy.
surprisingly
Appreciate it.
Good teammates.
That's cool.
I have Ari on my team right now, but let's say if we have Braum on the team, Braum would be able to create that shield. Even Yasuo would be able to come in with a wind wall assist, and then BLITZCRANK can safely gather steam that way. So that's more for like if I want to optimize for resource. Even when you're using Arya as a meat shield and then I charge steam and then tag, you'd be able to do that. But BLITZCRANK, because they want to get in, already calling the assist, getting in, and then now I'm in a perfect situation to also be in that grapple.
So I'm gonna be honest. For my playstyle, I may actually I've been memeing about this for a while on Blue Sky, but like I actually no meme. Let me wait until the video. I'll wait until the end of the video and then I'll say it.
Every archetype works really well for Blitz because one way or another they either get them the ability to build steam, so Blitz can bring you to them,
right?
Or they make a projectile or a hitbox so that Blitz can make their way in on their own.
It's kind of funny because I also designed Alawi. Alawi is another example of
That's where I saw her. She was in the Alawi showcase. That's what it was. I saw her in the Alawi showcase. I knew I recognized her from somewhere. I was like, why does she look so familiar to me? It's because she did the Alawi showcase. That's what it is.
And they work well together because if Alawi has her tentacles out, then the command grabs just happen to put them into a situation where they get grabbed again by the tentacles. BLITZCRANK is also really interesting to use with the sidekick fuse. Sidekick fuse is when you are controlling one point. They have a bigger health bar. They have more super meter. What you have are access to the assists from your secondary character. And so what BLITZCRANK does here is allows you to reposition your opponent in ways that other characters in our game can't really do. You'd also be able to use their super assist to just get that extra hitbox on the screen to finish off your opponent.
Yeah, and Sidekick's really nice when you're trying to learn a new character, for example. You don't have to be thinking about two characters at once.
So Sidekick is kind of
on, say, learn.
So Sidekick fuse sounds like it allows you to play like solo, essentially. Like you have more health, you have more meter, but you still have access to the assist. Okay, that makes sense.
Ari, and then you've just got Blitz there to come with whoever you're trying to learn, just to bring him in and make life a little bit more fun.
That's actually really interesting. I don't mind that.
You can play BLITZCRANK during closed beta. If you playtested before, no need to register again. Otherwise, you can sign up at play2xko.com.
Have fun. Don't get grabbed.
Okay. So thoughts, right? Let's just give our honest opinion. I fucking hate this character. Will I be playing this character? Yes. My team will probably be Braum BLITZCRANK. Why? Because this character is bullshit. This character is the only character that has a restand, and the thing that most people who don't play team fighting games know is that restands are one of the most powerful things you can force people to do inside of the game. If you restand someone, you essentially get to reset your combo all over again. That is incredibly powerful inside of a team fighting game. In Skullgirls, characters that had DHC synergy, as well as the opportunity to do restands, were some of the strongest characters in the game. Being able to interrupt a character, now currently in like the final stages of the game, the thing that is really frustrating is having like a full screen beam or something like that. The meta's changed a little bit, but it's almost always been revolving around what allows you to reset, and restands allow you to reset very easily. They allow you to restart your combo, they allow you to chunk more damage. One of the things that 2xKO doesn't do, to my knowledge, from the last time I've played it, and this may have changed, is that when you actually restart your combo, if you use the same moves that you used previously inside that last combo, there's no detriment. So you could just spam one move or one combo over and over again and do the same amount of damage each and every time. In that type of meta, restands are incredibly powerful, restands are incredibly strong. In addition, the fact that he's one of the only characters with armor, with the exception of Braum, I think... I'm sorry. I am really sick. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm incredibly sick, but I felt better, and now I don't feel good anymore. Sorry about that. But, Braum is the only other character to my knowledge that has some form of armor that actually blocks moves. I believe the only other person that has that is BLITZCRANK, and BLITZCRANK armor is significantly stronger. Because Braum's shield, he has to actually use an input in order to go along with that, but it sounds like he only gets one hit of armor right now. I'm not a fan of that one hit of armor, but it does make him very strong currently inside the meta, especially against new fighting game players that aren't as familiar with the concept of armor. Yeah, so just crazy strong, bro. Thank you so much, Suna. Appreciate you. Welcome to stream, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. I really, truthfully, I'm sorry, welcome to stream, Suna.
Welcome to the degeneracy.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I know I don't like it, but I also know I'm gonna play it because it's bullshit. So, I will definitely be engaging with that. Time out. I got other music for this. Where is my other music? 1 second. A lot of people are like, Sharpie, how are you so prepared for all this bullshit? It's because I've been playing League of Legends for over 10 years now. So unfortunately, there's a lot of bullshit that's been thrown my way. Unfortunately. Wait, where's the song I want? Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. This is the bullshit song. Okay. Now, I still think that, in general, we're just gonna check really quickly. I'm gonna check my emails, see if anything has come through for my new code to get this game. Oh, man. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to play for, because... Yeah, there it goes. Okay, I just got my code. Yeah, it just went out like 30 minutes ago, it looks like. So let me go ahead and install this game. And then we'll get into it. Download this game. Anything to get the Riot client on my game. Bro, you know what? I've been really good about not installing the League of Legends client. I actually just installed it. I haven't played League of Legends for almost 50 days now, actually. Very proud of myself for that. Never loved grapplers. Zangief and Tager had me on the verge of tears for years. Then you get it. And you freaking get it. You understand. You completely and totally understand why I despise this character. Character is bullshit, bro. Okay. We're installing the game. Let me go ahead and just get my layout and stuff ready. Oh, man. As a reminder, everybody, I don't know if I'll be able to show off chat here. Maybe I will. Wait a second. Let me just go ahead and take a look here. Let's see. Second. There we go. Let me add a command grab counter because I already know we're gonna probably need that. Oh, my grab counter? Do I not? Oh, yikes. Did I get rid of it? Oh, I thought I still had it. Yes, I did. Guess I did get rid of it. Well, that was dumb of me, dude. That was very silly of me to get rid of that counter. Oh well. It'll be fine. Okay, let me see here. I would have survived so long in BB tag until I got put up against a Tager. Got me so ready to throw against a controller. I'm fucking saying, bro. Okay, it looks like game's up, so let's go ahead and get into this game, yeah? 1 second. Okay, there we go. As a reminder, everybody, we are playing on Hitbox. Do I have a command grab counter here? 1 second. Let me add a command grab counter, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need this. Yeah. Oh. Is that it? No? password correctly, bro. What is going on? 1 second. 1 second, chat. My caps lock is not on. Okay. This is what happens when I don't play League of Legends for that long. No longer log into my account. What the heck? 1 second. There we go. Okay, I just can't type. We gotta install this game. Oh, I don't get the opportunity to just... Okay. That sucks. I don't get the opportunity to be like, I don't want the anti-cheat. No, I have to have the anti-cheat, I guess. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Let me go ahead and add a YouTube chat back on here. 1 second, you guys. Oh, man. I wish I wasn't sick, truthfully. I really do. I really do wish that, bro. But unfortunately, I am. Unfortunately, I am incredibly sick, dude. I have to reboot my machine? Yuck. Oh, you hate to see that. You're gonna make me restart my machine, bro? You're just surviving at the moment? That's literally verbatim how I fucking feel, bro. That is verbatim how the fuck I feel. 1 second. Oh, man. I gotta restart my computer. Okay, chat. I guess I'll be right back. I'm not... I have to end stream, I suppose, is what it's saying right now. Is that I am required by law to end stream, so I guess I'll do that. But, just know this was not my choice. This is a requirement, apparently, whenever you install this game. Which I am incredibly against, but that's just me, so... I'm the minority. It's always been about, what people can put on your computer so they can monitor your shit. It's fine, whatever, blah, 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 okay? I'll be right back, you guys. If you're watching, please go over to watch.sharpiepls.com. That's where we'll be having chat, and I'll be right back, you guys. Thanks for waiting.